Welcome to today's webinar, Leveling Up Business Conversations, Accelerating Growth with Voice AI. I'm Clinton Ford, excited to have you with us here today as we dive into today's presentation. So, a little bit of background about myself. I'm Clinton. My wife and I currently live near Dallas with our two youngest children, and our children enjoy all kinds of sports and outdoor activities. So, why listen to me? I've got an MBA and a computer science degree. I've been helping enterprises leverage AI for 9+ years, and I'm excited to empower you and your business with AI as well. So, where I began in 2016, I helped AWS launch two AI services, Amazon Poly and Amazon Recognition. Now, flashback to 2016, these were new AI services, text to speech and image recognition, and AI voice assistants were brand new, just hot on the scene. And AI-powered receptionists help you avoid missed calls, get your nights and weekends back, and enjoy vacations while growing your business. So today we're going to talk about how you can leverage AI in your business. So let's rewind just a little bit and first look back at the timeline of AI receptionists. In the 1940s, the field of natural language processing began, and in the 1960s, the introduction of machine learning algorithms for natural language processing emerged. And then in the 90s, advancements in speech recognition and early voice-controlled systems from Dragon and Nuance and IBM came onto the scene. In the 2010s, cloud computing and machine learning were enabling voice assistants like Siri and Alexa and Google Assistant. And in the 2020s, now in the present time, AI-powered receptionists have emerged to handle customer interactions and automate your tasks. In the future, I expect to see increasingly sophisticated AI receptionists that are capable of handling complex customer interactions and providing very personalized experiences. So the benefits with today's AI receptionists are they have natural sound and voices, they're fast and responsive, and they collect prospect details and automate calls. So this is a huge advantage to you and your business as you are looking for efficiency and growing your business. And today we're going to talk about accelerating your business with AI. So let's take a look at a typical home services business. They may have an $800 average sale, and if they miss 5 inbound leads per week, what does that mean for them? Well, let's take a look at this business that we're showing here. So $800 average sales value. They're getting about 20 monthly leads coming in. And then they're spending about $2,000 on monthly marketing spend. And if they're missing about 5 inbound leads per week, they're responding within 30 minutes, and their days of operation are Monday through Friday. What does that mean for their business? Let's take a look. So let's look at the lead response time analysis. So first of all, if we look at where they stand today, it's this red bar. They're responding within 30 minutes. The industry average is 42 minutes. So they're doing better than average. But the optimal response time would be less than 5 minutes. Now, if they just continue as they are, probably see no difference in their revenue. If they can respond within 5 minutes, the estimate over the course of the year is that they could increase their revenue by about $9,600 simply by responding more quickly. Now, we all know that's difficult because we've got a lot of things on our plate, meeting with clients, we are taking calls, we're trying to spend time with our family or friends, and we're trying to get some vacation in once in a while. Well, let's take a look a little more deeply at what this would mean for the business. So, first of all, leads are looking for these businesses even when they're not available. So the research shows that the highest conversion windows are from 6:45 in the morning till 9 a.m. and from 4 to 6 p.m. And those are times when a lot of businesses are closed or understaffed. So the coverage may not extend all the way to those boundaries where you would love to be able to capture every single lead that comes in. So what does this mean for the business? So if they're missing about 5 inbound leads per week, that's about 260 calls missed each year. And the revenue slipping away is about $208,000 total. Now, they're not going to be able to capture all of that. Some of those are going to go to competitors, but if they can capture, potentially recover 78 of those sales, either through answering the call immediately or rapid follow-up with other leads, this could potentially lead to an incremental revenue of $62,000. So, research shows that customers who can't reach you immediately are 21 times less likely to convert later. Most will contact a competitor within 10 minutes. So there's huge upside value and opportunity here for businesses, even at a smaller dollar per contract level. If they're able to answer every call, respond to every inbound lead within 5 minutes. And most importantly, one thing to consider is for the business owner, no more missed calls, no interruptions during dinners or vacations, and no wasted time trying to text leads back to try to get the contact details that they missed. How do businesses benefit? Here are some examples of business owners that I'm working with here at MadJaw and how we're helping them, whether it's in-home care services, real estate agents, home services, attorneys, repair, networking, and collaboration businesses. Each one of them is benefiting in really powerful ways. So what I thought we would do today is spend a little bit of time hearing some of these stories from MadJaw clients. But first, a quick teaser.
Scaling a team of receptionists is expensive. What if there was a new kind of reception? It's available 24/7, doesn't need breaks, maximizes productivity, and makes new sales for you. Learn more at madjaw.com.
All right, now let's hear from some of our customers and what they have to say about MadJaw.
Back when I was a kid coming through college, I never would have thought that I was going to live in the era of having a service that can answer the phone for you and talk to somebody, right? And I'm a guy who's focused on customer experience. The most important thing to me is that if you're my customer, I want you to have a great experience. And the way that we do that is, if I'm talking to you on the phone, I don't take another call. There's a problem with that. What happens if Bill wants to talk to me? What do I do then? I met a guy named Clint Ford, and he told me that he had a fix for that. And here we are. We got MadJaw involved. So if I can't pick up the phone, somebody's got it. I think the coolest thing that it has is that you can teach it, you can tell it how to handle the calls, but then you level up because it actually frees up your time. Like, I had no idea that a AI answering service would free up time by simply transcribing emails and be like, okay, we don't need to call that guy back, because we got an email. It's like, okay, that's one call we don't have to return. So you could be on a call and get the email indicating, hey, here's a call I just handled for you, and we all have that as business owners, where in the back of your mind, man, I missed this call. I hope that was, I hope I'm not, hope that client, I don't lose that client. Well, that worry instantly goes away when you see that transcription. So it's almost like a little bit of relief that, because you can't be at 15 places at one time, you get that instant relief. Okay, that was spam. Whew, moving on to the next.
All right, well, so nice to be here with you today. Would you mind telling us a little bit about who you are and about Acclaim Home Care Services?
Thank you, Clinton, for having me here. My name is Fumi Akintade, and I own Acclaim Home Care. I started the company in 2012, and Acclaim is a company that provides activities of daily living for the elderly all over DFW. What we do is we help the elderly with bathing, cooking, grooming, light housekeeping, driving them to their doctor's appointments, and keeping them company with safety in mind. Safety is our biggest concern with the elderly, especially those that want to stay in their own homes.
That's wonderful. Now, tell us a little bit about your mission at Acclaim Home Care Services.
All right. So while the elderly is our main people that we cater to, we also take care of clients 21 and up all over the DFW. So it could be a client that had a workman's comp injury at work or a catastrophic accident. So we do take care of people outside of the elderly. A lot of people have the notion that all we take care of are the elderly folks, which is really our main bread and butter. But we also take care of clients that are 21 and up, like I said, or a veteran. So if a veteran needs our services, we're actually licensed with the VA. We have a contract with the VA to take care of veterans. So, and again, if you know a veteran that needs our services, we can provide that to them in the comfort of their own homes.
That's so amazing, Fumi. And tell us a little bit about, tell us your tagline and what kind of service you aim to deliver to those who you serve.
So again, we provide assistance with activities of daily living. That's really the kind of services that we provide. So if you're a loved one who is taking care of a family member and you just need a break, we can provide respite care to caregivers, and that's much needed to a lot of caregivers, because a lot of times they feel like it's not okay for them to take a break, but it actually is okay for a caregiver to take a break, so they can be more valuable or more useful to their loved one that they're taking care of. So we can provide short-term services or long-term services. And our tagline is great hands you can trust for a reason. So you can actually ensure that your loved one will be well taken care of while they're in our care.
That is so amazing.
Yes.
Great hands you can trust.
Yes.
So what has been the feedback from the people you've served over these many years?
So a lot of people are actually very happy that there's such a service, because a lot of them didn't quite know that there's a service that can actually handle their loved one while they take a break. People feel that because they have a sick person or an elderly person they are taking care of, their life has to be on hold. But that's not the case. So a lot of people are actually very happy. We've got a 5-star rating on Google. If you check Google right now, you'll see our star ratings, and people have actually been super excited and just happy to have a service like ours. So, and we're actually happy to be a resource to families all over DFW. So,
fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that with me.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about the challenges that you were facing, just given the nature of this business that you're in.
Thank you, Clinton, for having me. And so right before we met, some of the challenges that I was having was just being on call 24/7. So our office doesn't close at 5 o'clock. Officially, the hours are 9 to 5, but after 5 p.m., family members would call needing services, and so I would have to be on call even after hours into long hours of the night. And so just getting to know about your services and what your company has to offer has just been a blessing. So having AI receptionists from your company has just been a game changer and a lifesaver for me.
So great to hear that. So given those challenges that you faced, what was the impact on you personally and on the business and the operations, just given that workload?
Yes. So even though I have a virtual assistant, because she's human, sometimes emergencies would come up. And so if that came up, it could derail me from an appointment I had previously scheduled, or maybe a business potential candidate that we missed because somebody couldn't answer the call on time. So yeah, it did affect our business to where we had missed opportunities. And so now with the AI receptionist, even if the virtual assistant is unable to answer a call, we've never missed a call. So as soon as our AI receptionist answers, we get a text or an email of the call, and we're able to return that message in a timely manner. So that has actually helped us capture more business.
Congratulations. So amazing to see you do that.
Thank you.
I'm curious, when you share with other people that you're using AI in your business, what kind of reaction do you normally hear from them?
They're like, oh, wow, you're actually already on top of things, because we all know the future of business, or just the future of the world in general, is all going towards AI. And so when people find out that a home care agency is actually on that path, they're always shocked. My background prior to this world was in IT, so some of my friends think it's because of that prior experience, but really, not really. It's just because that's where the future is. And so, if you don't get on the bandwagon, you're going to be left behind. So we just want to make sure we're in the forefront of things. So,
well, kudos for doing that, and great to see that it's helping both you and your clients have a better experience. So thanks for taking time today to share this with us.
Thank you, Clinton. Thank you for having me.